Welcome to TravyJsSpace here on YouTube. And welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk, where we just talk. No games, no nonsense, no Sims, none of that. It's you and I, and we're chatting. We are chatting. So, in this episode, I really didn't know what the topic should be. You know, when I was coming up with a title, I really couldn't put my finger on it, you know, on what exactly this video was to be about. But I know that I wanted to kind of take the opportunity to reinstate maybe some positivity into the world and a little bit of hope and a little bit of motivation, a little bit of encouragement. You know, the year is coming to an end and we're going into a fresh spiritual slate. You know, we're starting from scratch and we're building new versions of ourselves, and it all starts here. So I think it's really important when people have New Year's resolutions. You know, typically it's physical. You know, I need to lose a few pounds. I need to start doing this workout trend thing, whatever. And it's really sad because that's not what matters. You know, it's a good thing. I mean, it's not like working out's a bad thing. I before I got too sick, I loved working out. It was great. I loved it. The feeling, the sweat, the energy, everything about it is a great thing. So I mean, if your resolution is to lose a few pounds, then kudos, and I hope you do. But I think what's really important for resolutions is what's inside. To take the time to kind of turn that inward. Turn your perception inward into a quiet place where you are forced to look at you. You are forced to talk with you. You are forced to examine you. You know, where do you stand right now? How do you feel about what you're bringing into 2023 so far? Your job, your friends, your goals, your ambitions. How does that make you feel? Bringing that into the new year. Are there things you want to change? Is there things that make you feel unworthy? Are there things that make you feel proud? You know, there's so many aspects to look at in your life, and I think that with a new year can come a new direction, a new path. For if you're spiritual like me, maybe you're religious, faithful, I clear that slate so I can be guided to what's next. Lead me to what this new chapter shall bring. And in order for me to do that, I got a clean slate. I gotta understand me. I need to know where I stand with everything. Sounds like a lot, but it's worth it. And sometimes it's really not all that much for some people. They think it's a lot, and it turns out not to be so much. You know, it's just kind of how it looks compared to how it is. So I mean, going into the new year, you know, guys, it's really important that you take that time to nourish yourself before you start nourishing other people and giving out your energy to everyone and your great second cousin on your left hand side. You know what I mean? Quit giving out all the energy you got. I wish I had a cup, because a mug can only have so much coffee in it, and it will become empty. And you don't want to just be giving everyone a sip and leave nothing for yourself. You will feel that. You know, your actions will define you. Your actions will come back to you. So if you don't save yourself some coffee for yourself, that you brewed yourself from yourself, oh well. And you know what? Then you got to go through the process again. Sit down with yourself and manifest that energy. But this time, control your energy, possess your energy, take ownership and pride in your energy, but give it in pieces and know who you're giving it to. Do you trust these people? Do they appreciate you? Do they see you? Do they know you? Do they honor your wishes? Do they honor your beliefs and who you are as a person? Are these people close enough that you've even told them, shared with them those things, you know? You really gotta think. You really gotta put yourself first. And when people say selfishness is wrong, I wholeheartedly stand behind that is not true. I believe that selfishness can be a very powerful tool for yourself when used the right way. You can really use it to guide yourself from left to right and where you need to be, not where people want you to be, not where people expect you to be, where you want to be. You know, it takes a lot, and that requires some selfishness. That requires some isolation, you know, alone time. Some people aren't good at alone time, but it's very crucial to one's spiritual self, to their soul. You know, when I think about it, in my position, I have to protect my spirit and my soul. I have to keep that at 100%. And I've always felt that way since I became very spiritual and deeply invested and passionate about my faith and my beliefs and that journey and that path. But where I am now, not spiritually or in my soul, but physically, you know, there's a deterioration process taking place, you know, because as you all know, I'm very sick. I'm very, very sick. And this is a daily thing. It progresses every day. It gets worse every day. And there's nothing I can do about it. There is nothing I can do but accept it. Look at it right in the eye and say, okay, you're going to join us today? Well, let's let you know who you're joining today, who you're jumping on board with. This spirit and this soul. And it is going to overpower you any day of the week. Because if I'm going to start deteriorating, and I can't help that, I have my backup battery, and that's what matters most, is my spirituality, my spirit, and my soul. And those things will never be swayed, damaged, taken from me. Nothing. That is mine. And I take the time to keep that where it should be. I maintain that for myself. There's the selfishness coming in. That's what I do. That is for me. And in this situation that I'm on now, where the path has led me in my life as TravyJ, the journey has this, you know, big new chapter where, yes, it's getting harder to go through a daily lifestyle with all these new symptoms and sickness and, you know, and things progressing and getting worse. But I can't let it stop me. I'm seeing it's already getting at me, and it's trying to throw me off right now because yeah, see? That's what happens. I think I was just saying how it brings me to a part of my journey where okay. I hate when this happens. I get a good flow going and then kaputs. My brain just refreshes. Well, anyways, one thing though too that ties along with all of this is being grateful in life and counting your blessings and being appreciative and grateful that you get to wake up every day, which, hello, to the whole world, reminder, that's a privilege, that's a gift. Don't you dare ever feel that you're entitled to wake up tomorrow. Don't you ever dare. That may sound silly or weird coming from my mouth. I don't care. You are not entitled to wake up every day. Take that in. You are not entitled to wake up every morning and go into your day. That is not for you to choose or decide. So when you open your eyes each morning, you need to remind yourself, you need to humble yourself and take it down and just to a very basic, deep place and affirm to yourself, wow, I got another day. Thank you. To whomever, they ever. Thank you. Thank you. And when I get up each morning, it's the same thing. I have to remind myself, okay, I did it. I'm here. I'm still going at it. I got another day to fight. I have another day to love. I have another day to conquer whatever it is I'm meant to. I have another day to do whatever it is I'm meant to. And that is a blessing. That is a privilege. We were given this life. Given this life. And it can be taken away from us at any time. You know? Like when I was told my sentence, when I was told that I had 6 to 9 months to live, what can I do? You know, in a split second of human nature, of course, I shook a bit, I cried a little bit, but I let it go. It was so easy to just go, all right, carry on, time to carry on. It is what it is. Some people, great deal of people don't get to know that when they're gonna go. But having that information, of course, was a bit of a shock. But you deal with it. You look at it and go, all right, bring it on. But that's not gonna stop me, deter me, or throw me off the journey and the pathway set for me and all the things that I'm supposed to do in that time. Nothing is good. Like I said, nothing is getting into the soul or my spirit. It's the be all end all. And this is just a body. This is just body. It's a body. Might sound silly, but this is a body. You know, it's a hand. And it's hard. Yes, it's a face, and it's recognizable to many of you. But that's just it. It's just a body. It's just a face or a hand or an arm or a voice. But what is powering that body is the spirit and the soul within. You know? It's like a car without a motor. You're not going anywhere. That car's dead. That motor's what matters most. A lot of times you can just recharge it and keep going and until it's really pooped and whatever, but this is my car. This is my body. You know, it's just a body. And that's it. Like, you can't, like, there are many people in this world that treat that body to such great heights and think that that's what matters most, is to have the right kind of makeup on their face, the right kind of shirt that shows this off or whatever, the right kind of blah, 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 blah. It's all about body. But those people take no time to focus on the spirit and the soul. And I pray for those people. because this world's becoming a majority of that in the new generations, and it's hard to watch. It's very hard to watch. But like I was saying, 6 to 9 months, you gotta appreciate what you get. You get what you get. You don't throw a fit. You carry on, and you do what you gotta do, and stay positive and love your life, and be grateful for each day you get. Now you see, I might have got 6 to 9 months, but I get hit by a bus tomorrow. Life is circumstantial. Death is circumstantial. All of it is not certain. All of it is not promised. Nothing works that way. Nothing. Other than an Amazon Prime delivery, it's gonna come that day at that time. Most these days, anyways, right on the dot. You get a picture in your email. It's on your step. That's the only thing you can basically guarantee. But in life, there are no guarantees. There are no guarantees. In death, there are no guarantees. I could live, shock everyone, shock myself, and live another 2 years. It should be incredible. But again, that's not for me to prospect. That's not for me to think about or to go there. I need to live in today. I gotta be here and now with my spirit and soul. So I guess moving forward, going into 2023, I think, and I hope that everyone finds what they're looking for. And when I say that, I don't mean gifts, Boxing Day sales, the products, materialistic objects. I mean, I truly hope you find what you're looking for. I hope that you understand and can comprehend what you got in here and all around you. You can appreciate that on a whole new level that you never thought possible. And you can find gratitude for those things and in yourself that you never thought possible. And that will open such a big doorway to the love in your heart. Just love everywhere, like a waterfall. And watch yourself share that love with so many others and help those people, subconsciously. In a way that you didn't think you could, just by being you. But it takes time. It takes the time to sit with oneself and be okay with oneself. How the hell are you supposed to love anybody if you can't love yourself first? It's true. It's very true. And it's just something to think about. I mean, food for thought. It seems maybe simple to some. It may seem really complicated to others, but the one thing that's not hard to do out of all of it is to try, to give it a chance for yourself. This is no one else's. It's not a religious thing. It's not, this is what God's telling you to do, or Buddha, or Allah, or whoever. It's just you and you. There's nothing else about it. There's nothing else about it. You gotta prune your garden and water your tulips, and keep your petunias in check. You know what I'm saying? And that's on you. So it's not fair for you if you have stuff, you have garbage, you have stuff going on in here, or maybe it's old, maybe it's layered generational trauma, right? Or just trauma, whatever. If it's coming from you, you need to take ownership for that. And that's what going inward and working on that and chipping away at all the crap around your spirit and soul does. When you're in public, you can start to realize and acknowledge, oh, why did I say that? Or why did I react that way? It's not her fault. I'm sorry, that's me. I shouldn't have said that. I did not mean to hurt your feelings. Apologize. That's something I got to deal with. You know, you have to take ownership for yourself. You can't go around life, it's her fault, it's his fault. Why would she say that? Now I'm offended, I'm triggered. Too bad. That falls back on you. That all falls back on you. I know it feels good, it feels better in the moment to target everyone and everything around you and blame and blame and blame and just toss it around, toss your garbage and your negativity around. But that all comes back to you, and it's only going to get worse. It's going to fester and become disgusting, dank ass, contaminated soul if you don't do anything about it. And there's some people that will straight up say, well, I'm lazy. Then you know what? You have no gratitude. You are not appreciative. You're not one of those people that realizes you could get hit by a bus tomorrow. You're not in tune with life. You're living for yourself in a toxic way. You just don't care who gets in your way. You don't care about the people around you. It's just self-centeredness. And exactly. There's the difference. There's selfishness inward, taking care of myself. And then there's self-centeredness, where it's like all about me. As long as I'm happy, as long as I get what I want, when I want, and if I don't, kick, scream, yell, post about it, or whatever, and it's too bad. It's a shame, because you have a life. You have a life, and a spirit and a soul in there. And some people, it just takes a longer time. And you know what? That's a journey they still have to crack open one day. And sometimes that comes as a shock in life. Something happens in their life that's catastrophic or extremely traumatic, and it throws them into that seat. Now you're going to get help. Now you're going to deal with this. We're going to put this in your face, and now is the time. No running around, no getting up out of that chair. You're locked in. You're doing this. I know a couple people where that's how they had to cope, and were forced to focus on them, and they became totally different people. And it's like it makes you want to cry. It makes you just want to bawl your eyes out, because it's just, you didn't think something so beautiful, without knowing the scars and all the other stuff, could become even more beautiful. There was more potential for that spirit and soul to manifest into something that radiates just love and goodness. It's there. And I believe everyone has it. Everyone has that power to radiate and shine through their soul and their spirit. Everyone has that possibility to come through and share positive energy with the people around them, and keep sharing that and spreading that. And when people say it's time to change the world, it's time to do things for the world in a good way. As a society, we need to come together. But you're from a society right now, civilization is just pushing people away. Stay away from me. I don't like you, so you're over there. And, I'm like this. And then giving themselves labels. Well, I'm he, him, she, this, or XI, whatever. That basically saying, I'm over here, and you're over there, and stay over there, and don't even look at my direction. And we are all one. It does not matter. It's all a bunch of bullshit, okay? They, them, XI, XE, or all these other pronouns. None of that shit was around before. It came out of nowhere. We're all the same. We are all one. We are all one. And I don't mean to say all that in a attacking way, because God forbid I go and offend somebody, which is pretty easy to do in this day and age with just about anything. But even RuPaul said it himself. He said it's all bullshit. We're all the same. We're all humans. We all have a beating heart. And if we're going to come together in unity and love, we need to realize that, and then work on ourselves and start spreading that love and energy. And everyone can do it. Everyone has the potential. It's not just those few people that that you say, oh, he's a beacon of light. I don't know anyone else like him. That could be you. Don't say that's, I don't know anyone else like him. You're that person too. And if you focus enough on yourself and got selfish and focus on changing what's within you, you could be that too. It's not that hard. It's so easy. And if everyone contributed, everyone took a day, everyone took a week, 1 week, to focus an hour or 2 on themselves and got a journal and wrote it out and dealt with it, cried, punched things, or maybe had happy laughs and brought up good memories, whatever the case, if everyone focused back on them, on the inside, on what matters, none of this, their tan, their hair, their stenciled eyebrows or fake lashes, none of that, inside, and took the time. Imagine what the world would be like if everyone just loved themselves and took the time to love themselves and focus on themselves and got the help they needed so they could realize their full potential and their purpose and how great their lives are. We would all be out there hugging each other and laughing and displaying random acts of kindness, love your sweater to you. You look great today, to strangers, out on the street. Hi there, how are you? And that's all it takes. That's all it takes is a little love, a little compassion, a little bit of consideration. It is not hard, but all of that starts within. Okay? I'm really trying to express this, and I can't stress it enough. It all starts within. A lot of people have said that about me, that I've done this for them in their lives, or I've been a certain outlet for them. And I just want to give them a shake and say, you can do it too. You can be like this. You're so beautiful. You're so creative and strong. And if you would just take that time, you could come and shine with me, and we could be teammates, and we could conquer the world. Love is so strong. Love is so powerful. Nothing overpowers love. Nothing. Love always wins. Always wins. Regardless of anything and anything in life, it will always conquer and succeed. So remember that when you go out and you're around strangers or people. These people are not your enemies. These random folks you're seeing in the streets, they've all got lives. They've all got rich stories that we know nothing about. They're just these completely beautiful treasure chests with the gold trim, with shiny objects that you're, for me anyways, I'm just curious to want to see. Open your chest and let me know. Like, I want to know how you got here. What's your story, But nobody looks at each other anymore. Nobody even turns you watch everyone turn a blind eye these days. There's headphones, there's cell phones, there's all of these other distractions, and people they put themselves in a place where now they're comfortable doing that. So they're locked away. They're just stuck in another place, and that's going to be even harder for those folks that are trained subliminally and subconsciously, have become over time deeply trained in some way to treat that as normal. The scrollers, there's a lot of them, and some of them do it all day long. It's chronic and highly toxic, and it's taking away our friends, it's taking away our loved ones and their attention, which is another important thing. Attention, being there, with your friends or your family, loved ones. It's important for you to give your attention. And if you don't feel that's reciprocated, you have the right to say, okay, I'm going home now, something came up, even if that is a little white lie because you don't feel like you're being acknowledged or appreciated. You have that right. And in this day and age, with that logic and that situation, people probably have to do that quite a lot. I know in many situations where I look at a full room of people on phones and think, I don't want to be here. Nobody is sharing their energy. There is no energy and wavelength being created here for us to open up and share, or just become laid back and open and honest and everything else that comes with that. Because when you all contribute your energy to a wavelength, it's a beautiful thing. Everyone becomes one, and there's no awkwardness, there's no, limitations. It's just love. It's just love. And I think if people could get back to that somehow, if phones could be banned, or if the people who created them could just take the responsibility, come forward and say, all right, we're realizing the damage and the potentially harmful effects of what this is doing, blah, 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 and just ban them altogether. Oh my word, this place would be, not entirely. We would still have flip phones or whatever, home phones, but then people would talk to each other again. Like, there's a step right there. We're talking on the phone again. Little things, So I guess what I'm just trying to say through this whole video is that you really need to realize in this life that it's not a big joke. It's not a game. It's not a place for you to just be careless, and not think about. It's all about unity and love and lessons and growth and being open and honest and considerate and kind. Pass all of that on. You can. You have the power in you. People don't believe in magic. A lot of people don't. I do. And that is magic to me. To be able to walk down the street and say, hey there, and they actually look at you and smile back, that's magic. To me, that's magic. And I've done it all my life. I lived in a small town. You always said hi to the people you walked by with a smile or a wave or whatever you could do. And maybe it's just that small town mentality that's followed me throughout my life, but it's just decent kindness and respect, and it's the least you could do. And for some people, it may change their whole entire day or their outlook in certain things. It might be the key piece to them, with whatever they're dealing with. They needed that as a message or a sign. So you don't think about it, you don't put yourself there, but think deeper, think more, just think, use your head, not your phone, use your head. It's there for a reason. And use your heart, use your soul, use your spirit, but charge it up first and clear it out, clean it, give it a good scrub-a-dub, and you will feel so good and so powerful in a good way. You can use all of that power, all that energy, all that understanding and comprehension of who you are and who you've become, and you can share that. You can use it in a way where you do a lot of good. And I think that's the only way we'll get to this idea of unity in the world, is to put the phones down and to focus on life again and what that means, and focus on your spirit and your souls again, and what does that mean, and who you are. What do you mean? What's your story? What's your purpose? And what are your passions in life? All these little things. It comes down to that, and we need to get back to that, this sense of simplicity and acknowledging other people and giving them the attention that they deserve, and vice versa. There's just such a big lack of it all, and yeah, it's in you. It's in you. You may not believe me, you may think that that's all a bunch of crock, but I'm telling you, you gotta have a little faith, especially in yourself. You should have faith in yourself and feel good about knowing that there's a possibility, if given a chance, or push yourself to do it, that when you dig and you visit your inner self, and have that opportunity to read within you and pull it all out, the good, the bad, the ugly, and examine it and learn from it and grow from it, or write it down if you have to and stuff like that. Over a few days, a few mornings, maybe it'll take you a year, it might take you 2 days or a week. Everyone's different, but it's worth it. In the end, it's worth it. Watch yourself fly like a flock of birds, and you'll just soar. And that's what you want for anybody, right? To see them succeed in life, and to see them happy, and to see them following their path and reaching for the stars and accomplishing their dreams. That's what we should all want for one another. That's it. You know, there's no time and no point of getting frustrated or getting built up with resentment and things of that nature. It's just not worth it. No matter how serious, bad, whatever, let it go. You gotta let it go. You gotta move on and grow from that. So on that note, I guess that's what the topic of this video was I don't know. I still don't know what I'd call this video. But I guess we'll just see. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, thank you for watching today. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to be with TravyJ, taking a slice out of your day to be with TravyJ. I do really appreciate it, and I'm very grateful for all of my followers, viewers, fans, whatever you want to call it. Peeps, my peeps out there who have been very loyal. I really appreciate you all, and yeah, shine bright, and don't give up. Don't let anyone bring you down. Don't let anyone convince you who you are. Only you know who you are. Don't let anyone rain on your parade or put clouds in front of your bright light. That's not fair. And you're strong enough to defend that. Whatever comes your way, you have it in you. Love is stronger. Remember that. Love is stronger. Love always wins. And love is the only way this world is going to come to a relatively normal place of peace and understanding and acceptance and lenience and tolerance, if we just put love first, and in a much deeper way than most people use the word love today. It's taken advantage of. It's used in ways that are unfortunately overused and used in the wrong context, or just used in a way where there's no meaning behind it. You know, we've taken the word and just beat it to a pulp. We need to put the energy and the real love and the feeling back into the word love. You know, it needs, even the word love needs a little time to get into itself and go, okay, I need to repair myself, because we've beaten it to a pulp. So yeah, food for thought. You know, just start by appreciating your life, appreciating the time you have, and being grateful that you woke up today, and praying that you wake up tomorrow. And when you do, if you do, having that big smile on your face. You made it. You made it. You're still here with the people you love and everything else. And that's what's important. That is what matters most. No fear. None of that. That destroys a lot of things. It's a very powerful, toxic, destructional hurricane that will just destroy you completely. Mind, body, and soul. You know, it'll hold you back from what matters most in your life. So do not let fear win. Do not give in that easily. You are stronger than that. I can't stop, so I gotta cut myself off now. It's been 40 minutes. Anyways, y'all, I don't know what else. There really isn't anything else to talk about other than this motivational, hopefully inspirational kind of pep talk, you know. Sorry. Going on. That was my main goal. Just remind people of love, and really about themselves. To remind people about who they are. To remind people that they're more important than other things. You know, phones and technology and posts and memes and photos and editing photos and making them look like something they're not. All that toxic crap that's just destroying your soul further, destroying the beautiful self you are. It's toxic. I don't know what I was gonna say to end that, but that's what happens when I go on a tangent. And I knew I was gonna say something to end, and I didn't know what to say. But yes, other than that, my health is a health update. I've been experiencing, I can't remember when and if I mentioned it, but I have been experiencing a stronger progression with my neuropathy, which is basically where the nerves are damaged, and there's kind of a constant spreading of that damage. I'm having deja vu. So I think I mentioned that when I had my hospital visit for that week, where I got real sick, it attacked the left side here. It looks like the right but it's the left side of my head. It felt like it pinpointed that area because of its vulnerability and attacked there first. And that's where I felt it a lot, first few days, and then before going to the hospital, and then in the hospital it kind of just spread around, the fever and everything else and the chills. So I think, because in hindsight I'm thinking now, looking back at it, that when that illness attacked me and my low vulnerability because of my lack of white blood cells, and that it went straight there first, because there was already lots of damage that I had been working through, not so much physically, but just, you know, with my motor skills, communication and things like that, and movement and stuff. So after I left the hospital, I did notice more physical damage, pains, aches, like it feeling like right to the bone kind of thing, down this arm and in my neck. And then it kind of just felt like every day got progressively worse, but the past couple weeks have been progressive in a way that it's sped up. So it's a lot to handle, it's a lot to deal with. But like I was just saying, for the past hour, I'm gonna fight through it and bring it on. You know, you're not gonna get into my soul or spirit, which is intact and it's thriving. Good. So carry on with your bad self, with your toxic self. You're not gonna bring me down. But it's not on the right side. Right side has been okay so far, but it is now at this point. It's literally the whole left hand side, the shoulder and arm are just, there is constant pain and aches all over, and a sense of kind of weakness, a huge weakness and fatigue all the time, that are constant. Like, if I could put it in percentages, is always what I think, like the fatigue and the fatigue and the the pain, all the general aches, and that is like a 35-40%. This arm all the way down is more like an 80%, because it's always screaming and yelling. And then when you hit a spot, like I go to do that, I go to stretch it out or something, or push it a certain way, and if it reacts where it's like, oh, I retrieve, but then it just puts me in this place where I'm like it makes me so tired instantly. It's like I hit a no pun intended, I hit a nerve. But that happens quite often where, you know, if I'm sitting somewhere, I'm in a position where I need to just sit and listen, or in the car, for example, that's a good one, where I'm just sitting there. If I sit long enough, I'll start getting little jolts all over. But then I can't, you know, when you days off and you want a days off, there's all these memes on it where you're like, someone's trying to get your attention, but you know you want to stay in there in your little dazed off world. There's times where that's not controllable. Like I daze, and then it just feels so good, and I feel so numb and weak, and there's a chill down my spine, and then I have to really kind of like blink and pull myself, you know, before I like pass out or want to close my eyes. But then the moment I do, I'm out of breath. Like and I have shortness of breath too already. So that's with a lot of stuff going on. And in the feet, it's all the way down to the feet. And lately a lot of bruisey, achy pains in the stomach, in the chest. So it's just everywhere. It's just everywhere. And it really tries with me. It really wants to try with me every day. But you know what? That's my battle, and I fight it, and I don't let it define me. I don't let it tell me what I'm doing that day. I don't let it hold me back from life and living a good quality of life. I will not let that take control of that, because I still got living to do. It may not be a great deal of time, but it's still that little hourglass. I'm eating it up. So that's what I'm doing. I'm determined, and I'm full of it. I mean, I may not be as energetic as I once was, but that doesn't hold me back. That doesn't mean nothing. Nothing, you know. People think it's hard for them to adjust to see where I'm at now, and what a contrast it may be to how they knew me and such. But you know, that's life, and I feel bad because it's probably hard to see your friend in a place where they're not themselves and it's just their norm. But this is life, you know. This is what I keep going back to. This is life. So much shit can happen. Big, small, catastrophic, traumatic, incredibly amazing, you know. You could get married, you could get cancer, you could win the lottery, you could go to jail for something you didn't do. It's endless. It's endless. And whatever card you get dealt, you gotta take it, nod and smile, and carry on. And carry the fuck on. That's it. That's all you can do in this life. And you make the best of it. And you inspire others to make the best of what they got too. You know, it's not about putting others down. It's not about saying, well, look what I got, or, you know, you don't deserve it, blah, blah, blah. It's about lifting up all the motherfuckers around you, whether you know them or you don't know them. That's what's right. You do what's right. You know, there's no reason to take the other route. There is no reason to put yourself in that position and be a miserable, stupid person that you're not. Why choose that for the day? Why ruin someone's day because you felt like it? You're a bully. That's stupid. Take the time to love others and lift up others when you can, however you can. And if you're anxious, you're shy, you're nervous, it could take the smallest thing. You know, I believe in you. That's all it takes. You may whisper it, I don't know, but like I keep saying, life is important. Our life energy, it's all important. Our spirit, our soul, our life, important. It's health, it's prosperity, its purpose. Keep those in check, and then help others when you can. But don't overdo it. You don't have to go filling up everyone's cup willingly when you're not getting your cup filled too. You have got to get your cup filled up as well. You know what I'm trying to say. So now I think I finally figured out what this video's title is and what it's going to be called. Just Life. Capital L-I-F-E. Life. That's it. That's it. That's all it's about. So, yeah. I know I've said goodbye like twice now. Has this light been in a weird place this whole time? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm getting kind of slow when it comes to recording, so, and setting things up and forgetting this and that, so bear with me. As you all know, episode postings, recordings are getting a major trim for 2023, so I can focus on me, like I was saying, so I can go back into me and do my cleanup and make sure I'm in tune, maintenance, air pressure checking my tires, oil change or oil check, all that good stuff. TravyJ's got to go inward. So that's what 2023 is about for me. And I hope it's the same for a lot of you. New Year's resolution, whatever, whenever, just do it. Do it. Do it for you. If you love yourself and you know that somewhere deep in you, you have something you're meant to do in this world, do it. Do it. Even if you don't want to, do it. Force yourself. Do a little bit. Just try. You can't spend your whole life just giving up, not participating, not trying, not applying yourself, and just tripping through life. Whoops. Smarten up, stand straight, and own yourself. Own who you are. And you can't own who you are if you don't know who you are. What is there to own? So dig in, identify, separate, learn, grow, put it all back into the new pieces they are, and flaunt that. You won't even care what you're wearing. You won't care if you have makeup on, because you will feel so good and so powerful that it wouldn't fucking matter. Any of it. None of the physical shit would matter worth a damn. And then watch you, little miss, what's a big, like Sephora or, fine brand wearing girly that, has no substance. Watch you find a whole new life, and watch you walk out in thrift clothing and loving it. Heck yeah, that's what I love to see, because it's not about all that shit. This life, that's the one thing I can tell you, none of these lives are about clothing, makeup, how you look, cell phones, none of that is what's life is about. So if that's all you're focused on every single day, scrolling, putting your face on and wearing all this expensive designer shit, you're not living your life, and you're wasting it. And one day you might get it snatched from you or given a disease because karma can be a bitch. And karma is a bitch. But she can be a nice bitch too. Karma can be very, very, very nice and very sweet. But it just relies on how you spend what you've been given as a privilege, as a gift, and how you treat others and how you treat yourself. And everything else under the sun, honey. It's so important. So important. So don't waste another minute, If you really care about you and your life and everything else, I can't stress it enough. Ow. You gotta water your plants and watch them bloom and grow. you will bloom and grow one day. If you're in a place right now or you're in a dark place and you're not going to bloom and grow, fuck that. Fuck that shit right in the butt. You're not, you will come out of that. You will grow. If you're in that dark situation, you're deep down there, because there's something there you need to learn. There's something there that's going to teach you, that's going to make you grow. And if you just avoid it and avoid it and avoid it because fear, then you're going to stay there and it's going to destroy you. So look around you, look within, find the thing that's holding you down there, and you will find it. And you will pull it out and look at it until you, and read it and understand it so many times over until it's like, I'm not scared of you. You're not going to hold my life back. I see you differently now. So I'm going to put you back, and I'm going to come out of this, and I'm going to rise again. I'm going to rise above. You know, so even depression can be a good place for us when we have to go down there in the deep, in the dark, and feel our way around and be so sad for a while, because there are those things we need to deal with as well that are very deep and dark. We got to go there, but we can't stay there. We're not meant to stay there. You got to learn from it. You got to grow from it. You got to put it back so that you have that lesson with you forever, that you may teach others if you find out they're in the same situation. You see where I'm going? This is a chain reaction. It is a chain reaction. You learn from your crap, as hard as it may be. You come above. You meet someone who's in the same shit. Look what you can do now. You can help that person. It's a chain reaction of love and help and just consideration and kindness. It's a circle. The circle of life. You know, I love circles. Circle. It's a circle. So everything is a circle. So yeah, that's that. Before another analogy and scenario comes into my consciousness, I really do need to say goodbye this time, because I'm pushing an hour and I didn't think that was going to happen. I wasn't even sure what I was going to talk about, but I've been feeling very deep today, just very focused and, you know, philosophical, I guess, or theoretical, you know, just getting into my thoughts and thinking about and talking to myself, and, you know, so I thought it'd be best to share it, record it and share it. And these are the conversations I used to have with people in real life, sitting around a circle, and we would all come together and love when you all start sharing shit like that, you know, because a lot of people don't talk about that in their groups. They don't go that deep. It's all surface. It's all yes queen and you look smashing and blah 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 blah. It's all shit. It's surface. I call it surface talk. It's surface crap. If you're not going deep, if you're not breaking it down with your peeps in your groups at some point or another, then there's something wrong. And you need to figure out what that is. And maybe if it's just something that's never been practiced, then bring it forward. See how people react. See if that's for you afterwards or not. We used to do it all the time. Back when I was living in the Port of Newcastle, we always used to break it down. We'd get into metaphysics. We'd talk about like our metaphysical beliefs and stuff. We would jump right in, and then there would be side conversations starting in big groups. We had a lot of people in the neighborhood, in the basement, you know, good music, and you could just almost with your eyes see everyone's electrical connection going to this cloud, the wavelength that we created. You just felt so proud and so happy and so in love with everyone in the room that you could just burst, you know? And I'll never forget those nights, those moments. They really defined my spiritual understanding, the whole metaphysical understanding too, of just how all that energy works, how connection and all of those things come together, how real they really are. Changed my life. Huge. And then you also make really great friends too along the way. Friends that you never forget about, no matter what happens. And in your journey with them later on, doesn't matter, you still love them, and they're your people. And to this day there are people in my life I haven't really seen, sat with, talked with, or reconnected with in a long time. But and maybe we have fought or disagreed and had it out and stuff like that, and maybe there's some bad blood. I never ever have thought of them different or put them in a place where, you know, it makes me look good. Well, I said none of that. It's gone. There's nothing there. It's just, I really friggin' hope she's doing well. I love her with all my heart. I often think about our memories, and I hope life's going her way and she's not struggling and she's succeeding in everything that, you know, she's trying to do in her life. That's all it boils down to. It's just, even love from afar, you can't hold on to that. Resentment is killer. And when it's someone you know and can trust and had those moments with, those don't get broken. You don't forget that. You know, I want to term ride or die, which is true, but these people are soulmates. They are people that whatever they did to you, it's null and void. I forgive you, moving on. I still love you all the same. You know, when my sister died, there were some friends that came to her wake, and it was far away, but they came out, or they agreed to come with me or whatever, and I'll never forget that kindness. Oh, I could never forget that compassion, you know, and that consideration and that love. You know, it's just like you look around and take a moment and go, wow, like I'm in shock, because here are the people I love most, you know, coming here to support me in this situation, and it just makes you go, you know, you are family. As of today, you are family. Whatever you do to me or I've done to you, doesn't matter. You are still family. I will still think of you. I will still put you in my prayers at night and have my love for you. And I'll never forget that. I'm one of those people, you know, you do something for me that's indescribable, or you go out of your way to show certain acts of kindness that you're not expecting. You're with me for life. You're with me for life, because I don't forget those things. I really don't. It changes the way I look at you forever. So those people that were there at the wake, again, we're not close now, but I still love them all the same. This exact same as the day they were there. Nothing has changed. I hold nothing against them. There's nothing there. Because love is circle. Love is stronger. Love is more powerful. Love always wins. And in that situation, you know those people are serious soulmates, because there's just nothing that can break that bond. For me anyways. For me, I still yearn to know that they're okay, and that they're, you know, like I said, having a great life and doing good things, and that they're happy, and that they get many days to wake up and wake up and have another day, you know. So anyways, an hour and 3 minutes. Wow. Next question. See ya. Alright. I really should say goodbye now. I have already shed a ton of tears. This has been kind of very therapeutic though. I don't know about you. I don't know if you needed this, but I think I did a little bit. And because I don't get to talk about this a lot. There's not many situations where I'm able, or opportunities where I can just openly just start to spew my philosophy and my theories and other stuff. And I love doing that. I love getting into it and you know, explaining a point of view, a perception to someone who wants to hear it and try to understand it, go, oh. And vice versa. I love hearing other people's perceptions and points of view, so I can see it in my brain and consciousness and go, oh, you know, it's like a connection. And again, that's just like energy sharing. It's life, it's love, it's connection. But I just felt compelled to make this video. We can get into this topic, many topics, but yes, a lot of tears have been shed, and a lot has been discussed, a lot has been said, and I just hope, I guess, that you take something away from it that may help you, whether it's something very small, something I said, go, I'm gonna write that down, and if it helps, it helps. But it's just, this is just who I am, and I'm very grateful for life. I have a zest for life. Like I said, spirit and soul. Body's wreaking havoc all over, you know. It's painful, it's annoying, it can be troublesome, or just, you know, whatever. But I can always overcome with the spirit and soul that I have. I can always tune in and then tune out. Mind over matter, maybe. Mind over matter. So anyways, yes, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys have a fabulous 2023 year, and I hope your resolutions, you find the strength, the perseverance, the determination to get through your I was gonna say reservations, your resolutions rather, and that you find the hope. Find the hope. Do not let it go. Keep the faith. Do not let that go. And just coast through 2023. I hope it's easy for you. I hope it's, well, I don't hope it's easy for you, because then you're not working too hard. You're not learning. You're not getting there. So I hope it's hard. I do. I hope it's hard, but in the best way possible. And I hope the rewards of it being hard that come your way are rewarding and are good to you, and make you feel strong and powerful, and just like a big beacon of light that you can take on anything in your life. I really hope that for all of you, wish that for all of you for 2023. So thank you guys once again for tuning in. More Let's Talk in 2023, but this will be the last one for 2022. So goodbye 2022. Goodbye to all of you lovers, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, grannies and grandpies. I love you guys very much, and I'm very appreciative for this past year, everything we've done together, everything we've shared together. It's been a real treat, and I'm very blessed. So thank you, bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Goodbye 2022, and goodbye friends, family. Until next year for you guys, but not 2022. 2022 is gone for good. All right, guys. Namaste. Toodles for now. Ta-ta. Ciao. Wait. Ciao. Till next time. Till the new year. Till 2023. Bye 2022. Just punch it out. Okay, bye. Howdy folks. Did you like that video? Well then why don't you go ahead and give that thumbs up a smackaroo. Don't want to miss out on the next episode? Give the subscribe button some love, and make sure to turn your notifications on. That way I can give you a bell ring, let you know dinner is served. Still need more to chew on? Take a bite of my new YouTube Instagram account at TravyJsSpace to keep up to date with the channel's inner workings and news of upcoming projects and episodes. Thanks for watching. See you next time.